10:13 right now. Time to check the pulse this morning on this Friday morning. And today we're talking about the pros and cons of paying it forward. Specifically, that feeling of forced charity. Should you feel guilty if you choose to break the chain? DC 107.3's Sarah Fraser hit the streets to find out.
The idea of pay it forward, whether you're at Starbucks and someone buys your coffee and the barista goes, oh, hey, would you like to buy the person behind you? Are you being guilted into it the moment you have to be asked, or can it still be spontaneous? I get to the bottom of this. So, Sam, this whole idea of pay it forward, whether it's the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge or the guy in Florida who drove to the Starbucks to stop the pay it forward, you think you should keep paying it forward once it starts?
I think it's just kind of a fun idea.
People get guilted into it, or good idea?
Guilted into it.
It brings good awareness to like the ALS.
They choose to because everyone else is participating. I don't think they really care much about the cause.
I think the moment someone asks, it's no longer spontaneous. I think it has to be a natural feeling.
I recently was a part of the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, and I didn't really feel guilted into it. I sort of wanted to be a part of it. I think it was a good cause.
I think that it is good to be a part of a bigger act of kindness.
The most important thing is the bigger cause, and if good comes from it, I don't really think it matters whether they're guilted or not.
Everyone in my family did it. All my friends did it. It's for a good cause. I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, that's because you're an amazing person and not spiteful.
Thank you.
But the whole idea of maybe someone telling you to pay it forward, I don't really know about that. I feel like it should be someone's own prerogative if they want to do it or not.
In the end, like, a lot of money was donated.
Yes.
And things like the Starbucks thing, a lot of people were helped, and like it was a giant act of kindness, and it just like promotes the idea that like we're all humans trying to help each other.
They don't really know about the cause, but they go, all right, oh God, I've been nominated.
Pretty much.
You get all caught up in the machinations of whether it's right or whether it's wrong, and ultimately if people are changed for the better, then that's what really matters.
People that shouldn't feel guilted into it, you know, maybe it's a good way to start practicing paying it forward.
I think social media might have a little bit to do with people feeling guilty, or maybe it's the popular thing to do.
You walk into Starbucks later today and the barista goes, oh, the woman in front of you bought your coffee. Do you keep it going?
I would keep it going.
I would do it. I don't see a problem with it.
I would feel guilted.
I would say yeah.
I would love to do that.
Do you like that concept, or do you think it should be random acts of kindness?
Random acts of kindness.
You're a generous man.
Oh, thank you very much.
Really, you are a keeper.
Oh, I thank you very much.
Yeah, are you attached?
I am not attached at the moment, no.
You will be soon.
Sarah joins us now to talk more about it. Here's my take on this.
Hi, everybody.
I think it's okay to say no. You know, I mean, I wouldn't do anything rash about it, but if you don't feel like doing it, then just don't do it.
I think the more people pressure and make you feel guilty about it, like you have to do this, would, you know, honestly make me feel like, hey, don't tell me what to do. You know what I mean? Like, I get like defensive about it a little bit, you know?
Well, here's what brought this topic up and really bothered me. Did you see the guy at the Starbucks in Florida last week? They did a pay it forward. One person started, they paid for the person behind them. 458 people participate. So this guy hears it on the radio, and he's a local blogger. He drives down there to stop it because he says the minute a Starbucks barista has to ask you if you want to pay it forward, it's no longer spontaneous.
So what did he do? What did he do?
So they go, oh, hey, someone behind you.
So he was like, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, they go, do you want to pay for the person behind you? And he said, no, absolutely not. The minute you have to ask me, it's not
So the only problem I have with that is that he made the conscious effort to actually drive there to do it. It's not like he was just a customer that was in line. It was just like, no, I'm not going to do it.
Is that not spiteful?
But that's totally guilting, though. If the barista is you know, saying, do you want to do it?
You really feel that way? Because here's my thing.
I see why they're doing it. They're like, hey, we've got this thing going, and hey, do you want to be a part of it? I think it's all in the presentation, too.
All you have to say is, no, thanks, not today, thanks.
Yeah.
You don't have to be
if they leave it there, but then once you're like, really?
Yeah, no.
Really? You said, really? You're not going to do it?
I feel like it's not.
458 people have done this, and you're not going to do it?
Well, how much is it? $1.50?
Oh, it's Starbucks. It's more than
that.
Say
$4.
Here's the thing, Sarah.
I always get just the tall black. You're right.
Right.
Tall black
so what if I'm behind you, and I have a family of 6 with me, and I'm just like, yeah, we're all going to get like, the super mega extra shots of espresso and everything else.
I think you should never be guilted into doing anything, but I think if you get a little push to do something nice, like whenever I'm at the different drugstores or wherever, hey, would you like to give $1 today? And the salespeople,
I do that.
Say something.
I actually do that.
It's a nice feeling for them, but at like a CVS or wherever, I almost said Dart Drugs. That's dating myself. And wherever, if you say no, it's no skin off their back. They're not Mr. or Mrs. CVS.
But don't you need the reminder? Because honestly, I would not have participated in the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. I would not. I wouldn't have done that unless somebody had said to me, oh, hey, you should do this. And then Starbucks, I'm always at Starbucks thinking about a million other things, right? I'm exhausted. Oh, God, I got to go to work today. I don't want to talk on the radio. This is terrible. You know, so like, you need the reminder.
And if you don't want to do it, bow down gracefully. Who cares?
Yeah.
But don't you think, and maybe Sarah, this is kind of your point, like, I think people inherently want to do good, but we kind of want to do it on our own terms.
Some people, not that guy in Florida.
Well, yeah.
Well, he was.
I think he was just trying to make a statement. That's
yeah, he was making a statement.
Isn't that terrible? 458. Like, I feel like that's a movement. You know what I mean?
It's a good feeling. Do something great do something little. I mean, how much is it really costing you? A small thing can make somebody's day.
And don't you wonder how much longer that would have gone on had that nasty man not gone there just to stop it?
I know, that really bothered me, but I did wonder if people kind of get guilted in. And it's an interesting psychology.
It is. Yes.
It's an interesting thought. So
good for a study.
We'll leave you with that on a Friday.
I like it.
Go pay it forward.
Yeah,
if you want.
With no pressure. We're not telling you what to do.
Right.
I'm going to be behind Allison in line everywhere she goes.
Yeah, me too. Please.
Come on.
For more polls, log on to our website, click on the morning tab. You can find out more there. Good to see you, Sarah. Always a pleasure.
I know.
How was your show today?
Great. Show is going so well.
Excellent.
So well. Yeah, we'll have another one for you next week. Divorce selfies. How do you guys feel about that? That's when you go to get divorced and you're at the court or with the attorney that signs up and you celebrate and it goes, oh, Steve and I are divorced. Click.
That's weird.
Swear to God, divorce selfies are now the hot thing.
Who is doing that?
Would you do that?
So the couple is doing it together. So you and I are doing it together after we're announcing that we will no longer be together.
And I would do that with you as long as you weren't trying to take my money. But if you're trying to take my kids or my money, it's over.
Well, that's the thing. And don't most of those end up kind of like not on good terms?
We have to wait till next week to talk about this?
Next week, teaser.
Sarah.
Teaser.
Wow.
All right.
That's a good one.
10:20 right now. You got a whole week to think about it.
That's it.
Is that what this is?
There it is. There's this couple. There's their divorce selfie.
They look so happy, though.
I know. Well, yeah, they're like, finally, I'm not with that ball and chain.
Who's that person on the right?
They probably have
a different story. That's a different
story.
You're a producer.
That's an admin.
Chris is on it.
All right.
Chris
What you don't see is they
it.
have their new significant others on either side of it.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
All right, coming up next, putting the labor itself into Labor Day. How many hours a week do you work? It's a common question, right? Most people want to say 40.
Yeah, 40. 38.
That's what it says on paper. We'll find out what people are really working at next. Don't you get that?